Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel read entirely by Dr. Pepper and Autistic Thoughts. Today I will be showing you my warframe build and how to get it. Now, I didn't really put how to get it on the thumbnail because, you know, there's only so much space on there and at some point it gets cluttered, but we are going to start with that. So, if you're watching this video, I assume you know how to get to the Pontus Tower, but long story short, it's available via the Railjack menu, and you go to Uranus and it's on there. You talk to Hunhow, go to Keepsakes, and at the very bottom, you will see Hunhow's Trinket Blueprint. Now, if you buy one of these and build it with 1 Organ Cell, 5 Niacin Extracts, and an Argon Crystal, when you take it out of the builder foundry thing, you'll get the warframe. So, it's not really obvious how to get it at first, but basically you just build that trinket and you got yourself the warframe. Very simple to get. I almost regret farming my old war, but we're not going to talk about that because we already have an old war in this game. Now let's go into the weapon, shall we? Now, the warframe is mostly based off its old version, the war, which also means it's got a lot of impact, so generally speaking, it's considered hot garbage. But with the power of melee influence and enough crack cocaine, anything can become good, even this pile of trash. So let's look at it real quick. And before we go into the build, I want to do a disclaimer. I'm not Warframe Build Jesus. These are not meant for endgame, like level cap. I just make builds for fun. Don't scream at me in the comments unless you're willing to be constructive about it. So first of all, our melee arcane is melee influence that, for some godforsaken reason, I still haven't maxed out yet. I still got to do that one of these days. And then we got Temple Royale as a stance. Weeping Wounds for a status chance per combo multiplier, Primed Pressure Point for melee damage, Organ Shatter for critical damage, Voltaic Strike so we can trigger melee influence easier, Galvanized Steel for critical chance and critical damage, Primed Fury for attack speed. Now, if you really gotta min-max this, you can go for Berserker Fury. I personally don't care about it. I prefer Prime Fury. We just have a different opinion on this one. And then Shocking Touch for more electricity weighting for the melee influence. And then we have Galvanized Elementalist so we can get a lot out of our elements. Now, as you can see, I do not have an Exilus weapon adapter available to me right now. But if I had that, what I would put in there is Dreamer's Wrath for increasing Tennokai chance by 50% and critical damage by 32% for Tennokai attacks. That's what I would put in there, but I do not have the plat nor the cash necessary to grab myself a Exilus weapon adapter. And generally speaking, this build does not need an Exilus weapon adapter to perform well, so that is a good thing. Now, how does this work against, let's say, the dummies of Cephalon Samaris? Well, let's find out. I got a Valkyrie over here, and we're going to chop these enemies up into nothing. Gone. Reduced to atoms. But how does this work in an actual Steel Path mission, I hear you asking? Well, I'm glad you asked. We're going to go load into a Steel Path Grenier Survival on Draco Series. I'll see you over there in 5, 4... I don't care about counting! Alright, we're loading up Draco on Series right this moment because I couldn't be bothered to count. And this is the point in the video where I basically demonstrate how well this build works on Steel Path and if it's viable or not. Because not all my builds end up viable. Sometimes they end up as duds. So those don't end up as videos. Those duds don't end up as videos. But yeah, we're using Valkyrie Prime for this, because I like Valkyrie Prime for melee builds. She's got good survivability, and also I like doing this area because, hey, I know, Organ Cells, I need those for my Prime pieces, so give me some of those. Anyway, it's time to chop everyone up. I am the Butcher of Manhattan. Did Manhattan ever have a butcher? I do not know, and I do not care. I do not care if Manhattan ever had a butcher. But anyway, this is the part where I demonstrate and just talk about my life. Now, generally speaking, I should, keyword being should, have an Orion and Sirius build video for you tomorrow. Right now, I'm just trying to get a better grasp of their abilities. So, basically, as soon as I get a good grasp of their abilities and level them up properly, I will be working on that build video. Oh god, there's a Toxin Proc man over there. For the love of God. Not the Toxin Procs, anything but the Toxin Procs. Is at least what I would say if I wasn't goddamn immortal because of Kitty Cat Too Angry to Die disease. Yeah, you ever own a cat, you know exactly what I mean. Your kitty cat is fueled entirely by spite and kitty treats. So, I'd say Valkyrie is very much the same in Warframe. It's fueled entirely by spite and kitty cat treats. Or in this case, a kitty cat steak, considering she's more of a leopard than anything else, but I digress. Now, I wonder how good this is going to do against the Acolyte when it spawns in. Hopefully it does at least decently. Also, I keep forgetting I got a grouping tool with Valkyrie, but that's just me being stupid. I may have small brain, gentlemen, but I have a build. Get over here! But basically, Valkyrie's one is basically a grouping tool that works like Scorpion's Get Over Here from Mortal Kombat. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, I have an editing joke in mind for Sirius and Orion's ult. When that happens, it's gonna be the funniest shit ever, trust me. Or at least it's funny in my raw addled brain, but we're not gonna talk about that. Now, let's see. We are 2 minutes and 33 seconds into the survival mission, and I'd like to say we're having a good time. Grabbing enemies by their balls and destroying them. So, a question for everyone that I want you to leave in the comments below. What do you think about the new Warframe update? Do you think it's hot garbage, or did you think the story was absolutely incredible, or are you still waiting to be able to access it? Nerd. No, you're not a nerd. You're a super nerd. Am I joking? Maybe. Or maybe I'm just being the most serious I ever have been in my life. Who knows at this point, if I'm gonna be honest? I don't think anyone knows at this point. Anyway, I just got my, fucking evaporated right there. But, Kitty Cat, like I said, too angry to die. That's why I gave her the Doomslayer helmet in my fashion frame. Kitty Cat's just too angry to die. Now, speaking of survivability, I do like Orion... Sirius's. Sorry, I got them confused again. I got Sirius's. I like Sirius's healing ability that can still have proc when you're, in the Orion form. I really like that new frame. It's just like a healing field like Oberon. If I didn't know better, I'd say Jade was cheating on Stalker with Oberon. Yeah, that's the English I'm looking for. Anyway, sir. I gotta stab you in the balls real quick. I'm sorry, but it must be done for the good of the universe. What do I know about the good of the universe? Absolutely jack shit. I'm glad you asked. Anyway, if you're watching this far, you must be as mental as I am. So, remember to like, subscribe to the comment down below, and I believe there should be a hype button? Should being the operative term, but if there is one, I would like it if you could use it. Anyway, where is the Acolyte, please? I want to stab you, please. Oh, that poor Acolyte got evaporated. Oh, God. And this is supposed to be a terrible weapon, mind you. This is supposed to be a bad weapon. Because it's all impact related. But anyway, that is the end of this mission. I'm going to get to extraction and then do my outro. Let's do that now. Alright, we're back in my orbiter and I can do my outro. Wait, did I do my outro already? Whatever, I can't remember for the life of me. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, or else Titty Kitty will stab you in the balls and turn you into a girl. Maybe you like that, maybe you don't, but I would advise against it because the process is irreversible and very, very painful.